Hey, this is Augie, Augie's Locker Room. When you come to the store, you're going to see things that you've probably never seen before unless you've been to a museum. Great items that go back to the Rockney era to the present. Website, augieslockerroom.com. Visit us here or the website.
Tim O'Malley with Tim Prister following day 8 of Notre Dame's training camp, and I think news today is a couple guys missing, but one person we did see sidelined could have an early impact on the Irish season.
Yeah, we caught wind of this yesterday. We saw Deion Colsey out of uniform with a left knee brace. He was working with the injured players with the medicine ball, so still remaining active. But as I said, we heard a little bit about a left knee issue that he suffered. I don't know exactly when that was, but it looks like at least for the short term, Deion Colsey's going to be out.
We did not see Prince Colley today. That has been the case. He hasn't been practicing since we saw him on the field Monday. Didn't locate Jaden Bellamy and Nolan Ziegler either the last 2 days, but I mean, there's various reasons for this and types of treatment you can be getting at this stage of camp. Now, we did get a little look at some competitive action, partially obscured by players, but there was a physical drill to start practice that Marcus Freeman judged one-on-one. I thought if you're just going to, obviously it's hard to say what the goal is, who wins these, but Chris Tyree, Bo Bauer, J.D. Bertrand, Xavier Watts once, not Xavier Watts the second time because he's the only guy that ended up on the ground, and actually Jalen Sneed and DJ Brown were really physical in that drill.
Yeah, the one time that you're referring to was when Audric Estime just discarded Xavier Watts in a one-on-one drill, just using that upper body strength. You know, I was watching the offensive line, and we had an opportunity to talk to Harry Easthand yesterday, and I thought Jarrett Patterson made a great point that in the drills that they do with working with Coach Easthand, it's imperative that the offensive linemen that are representing the defense going against the offensive line, they've got to go 100%. Right. And we saw evidence of that today because Harry Easthand was getting on Billy Schrouth, who wasn't even playing offense. He wasn't offering enough resistance. And I think that's a real key. Each individual section that Notre Dame runs on the offensive line is actually full speed. I think that they're benefiting from that.
I'm going to step on your toes here because you had offense, but you mentioned Audric Estime in one-on-one passing drills where the offense has an advantage here. This is a leverage drill. The linebackers basically have to figure out where you're going with the whole field to play with. But Audric Estime has really nice hands. I a couple times looked up and thought, who was that? And it was big number 7 catching passes, and they weren't just in the flat.
Yeah, I thought all the quarterbacks were very accurate. At least the top 3 quarterbacks were very accurate throwing to the running backs and tight ends. Butner misfired on one, Pine misfired on one, but by and large, they were very good. Once again, Holden Stays jumps out at me. I mean, downfield, tough, leaping catch. He made it. Also watch the wide receivers working a little sideline drill with the 2-tap or get the 1 foot inside the sideline. Particularly good at that. Tobias Merriweather, not surprising. And Braden Lindsey too, really getting up and making a play along the sideline.
Shout out to Bo Bauer, who made, I think, the only pass defended on that play, although it looked like Jabron Payne telegraphed his route and Bo Bauer jumped it. And then Bo Bauer's next matchup was Michael Mayer, and he did not defend that pass. That's a tough one-on-one when you're going against that guy.
Saw the running backs going through the gauntlet again, seeing Logan Diggs, which I didn't see that yesterday. You did. I was surprised to hear you say that he did, but he's running full tilt through the gauntlet, and that usually, I mean, if you have a shoulder injury, if you have something that's acute and still bothering you, they don't put you through the gauntlet. They did, so that's another good sign.
We have interviews with defensive line coach Al Washington and 6 defensive linemen today, but first, 2 practice reports to be filed at irishillustrated.com.